Hi, everyone. I am Christina Taylor, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from North Canton, Ohio. And today is the release of the Stampin' Up! Catalog, the new catalog. And I can actually show you the inside, so that's pretty exciting. So today, what I'm going to be doing and sharing with you, I'm not doing project videos today as far as showing you that, but I'm going to take you on a catalog walkthrough so you can see what is new in the new catalog, and I'm going to point out some different things that you may or may not notice when you look through your copy. And I've also got some cards, some happy mail that I got in the mail to share with you. Actually, a lot of them are from like my birthday, which was the end of March, since I haven't done one of these videos in a while. Most of my videos have been like class related lately. So I thought I would share the cards that I got in the mail with you for some creative inspiration. All of them were just beautifully done, and each of them definitely brought a smile to my day when I received them. So I'm going to share those with you, do a catalog walkthrough. Stay tuned at the end of the video. I'm going to have an opportunity for a giveaway, or I'm going to say not completely towards the end, because I want you to watch the video in its entirety. And so you can see the entire catalog and make your notes on what you like, get your wish list paper out and start noting what you like the most, what you're excited about. And during the course of this video, I will have an opportunity for a giveaway for all of you to participate in if you choose to. So I'm thinking that's about it. I am in the process of taking out all of my retired items out of my Stampin' Up! Collection, so to speak, that I try to like just focus on using current stuff for classes, although some of you know that I do occasionally sneak a retired item in there, but I always have a substitution that we can use if it's something that's not available anymore. So my Stampin' Studio is a mess. Like there's literally ink pads and cardstock and stamp sets and dies and punches and all the things on the floor behind me, behind my desk. So there, yeah. So I'm getting ready for my retired stamp sale, which I hope to have like in June. And so just watch for details on that, because I do offer a substantial savings on those products. They're all from my personal collection of things that I've used in classes and whatnot. And most of them are priced anywhere from like 50 to 75% off original retail. So watch for details on that. So I think that's it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and turn the camera down and get started stamping. So thanks for joining me on this creative adventure as we check out the new catalog. All kinds of things new. So hang on just a minute. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and just get started here. I'm going to share the new catalog with you. First, I'm going to share with you the class that I have coming up. The next class available is April 17th, the Keep It Simple class. And that is on, did I say, I think I said April 17th, May 17th. There's a morning session, 9:30 to 11:30, and then an evening session, 6:30 to 8:30. We'll be making 8 all occasion cards. Cards featured in this class will have clean and simple designs. This class will leave you reaching for your stamps the next time you need a card. So just join us for this creative fun and share that creative time with some other stampers, and just take a little time for yourself to have a little bit of creative time. So the class is $21 for Y members and $23 for non-Y members. And if you can't attend the class and you'd like a kit to go, you can contact me directly at stampmecrazy@sbcglobal.net and reserve your kit. Those kits are $23. And the class registration and the kits to go, they must be reserved by the Monday before the class, which is May 15th. Okay, so because this catalog is live, if you see anything in the catalog that you want to go ahead and order, because things will sell out and they will go on an unorderable status until Stampin' Up! Gets stock in
restocked in those items. There are a few things that have already sold out just simply with the demonstrator pre-order today. Because there's been an overwhelming response to quite a few things in the catalog. But if you are looking, if you see something in here that you like, my current hostess code is CKYKTMYJ. And I'll put a little something under there so it can, because that glare on it doesn't let it be seen very much there. Anyway, if you use that hostess code when you place your order online, that makes you eligible for the free card kits that I give away each month. And speaking of that, all of you that placed orders in April, I am currently working on getting those kits out to you. So either you watch for the email from me giving you the visuals and things like that for the cards that you have coming to you, so you can have some creative time too. I don't think if there's anything else. I think that's it. This code is good, I think, until the 10th of the month, 10th or 12th. So if at any time, if you go to use the code and it's not coming up as current, just send me a text or a quick email. I can get you the most current code, but this one is available until, I believe, the 12th of May. So, okay, before we start the catalog tour, I'm gonna bring in some happy mail that I got. And I just realized I brought these two little things down here and I left the cards upstairs. So I had gotten a couple cards with some little notes of encouragement, and they are still on my windowsill right where I do dishes, which is often where the cards end up when they come in, because I can sit and look at them when I'm doing my dishes, which is kind of a monotonous task. So anyway, my friend Amanda sent this little card. It was in with this little card with no card was in with her card, and it has a beautiful Bible verse on there, John 15:7. So if you remain in me, my words remain in you. Ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Kind of a really heartfelt little verse there that she enclosed. And then my friend Kathy gave me this little thing. It's like a magnet back, and it says, "Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits." Tom said, "Isn't that the truth? Sometimes you just got to keep on hustling to get things done." So I got this little card from my friend Cheryl, and I know it's Valentine's Day. See, I said I was a little bit behind on sharing these. So I just thought this was super cute because she just made it it's like a card front. She's got a message on the back. And Cheryl, if you're watching this, this made me smile so big when I got this in the mail, because the message that she wrote on the back, and so many of you would probably relate to this, but do you remember when we were little kids and we would, have a little Valentine for our friends and we just sign our name on the back, the to from kind of thing? This was her take on that with the little Valentine she was sending to her friends. And I just thought it was adorable just to do like a card front. And it was just it's a beautiful card with that cheerful basket stamp set and bundle with the dies and everything. So super cute. This is another birthday card from my friend Sherry. So pretty, using that dainty details designer series paper that was during celebration. And she's got some kind of like a watercolor background. Very, very pretty. This card came from my friend Peggy. She's used the Rainy Day Suite, which that was in our spring catalog, and it's actually carried over. And she sent this, just was thinking of you, uplifting card. She was aware that just things that are going on with what happened to my brother, and then of course Ethan's building fire and stuff. So she was just sending this little cheery card, which was super cute, made me smile and thoughtful of her. This is from my friend Diane, and she too was sending a card just to let me know that she was thinking of me, and also just wanting to know how Ethan was doing with his recovery from his building fire. So this card here came from my friend Pat. And she used the Artistic Expressions designer series paper, and then she's put some pansies on here with little die cuts and some beautiful ribbon with some embossing. so super cute. She always sends me cards. If she's sending like a payment for a class, she always puts a beautiful card in there with the payment, and then uses her stamps to kind of say what she loves, which I love that. I love that she does that. No, this is a hand stamped card, but it's from my friend Christina. And it's just so funny. Happy birthday to a friend who's so much fun to be around. From a friend who's so much fun. From a friend you have so much in common with. That was super. That was just cute. It's a cute little card. And this one is from my friend Lisa. We had did this actually in a class. This was one of my designs in a card class. So when I got this, I was like, oh, that's so super cute. I love this card because I love the colors in it. So this card is from my friend Sue. She did all these little detailed die cuts on here, and put all these just little details with even the little butterfly, the little antennas there. She stamped there. So pretty and right up my alley because it's all pink and girly and all the things. So really beautiful card. This card was actually from my husband. We celebrated our, let's see, 20, no, 30, oh my goodness, 31 years. Yeah, 31 years. I was having to think and do the math in my head really quick. That's so terrible. Anyway, we had our 31st wedding anniversary on March 28th. And so he's got the Everything's Better with Two card in here, or stamp on there. So yeah, nicely done, Roger. This was a birthday card from my friend Debbie. Super cute with this little mouse on there and all the little cupcakes. Who doesn't love cupcakes? This card was from my daughter Cecily. So cute. That was it's funny. She's got the little I wish cake flew by instead of time. Happy birthday. As the little cake has wings on it. Super cute. This card is from Pat, a friend of mine, and oh my gosh, look at the details that she's got on this card. She's got die cutting on the basket and on the window and the deer and the curtains that she put on the window there and the window box. She's got a kitty on there and a vase of flowers, like all kinds of things. I was like, oh my goodness, you put so much detailed work into this beautiful card. There's another birthday card. This is from my friend Bonnie. And I think we actually did this card at a class. Gosh, it's been a little while, but as soon as I pulled it out, I recognized it and I was like, oh, I love the design of this too, because I love the colors. And I think this was quite a while ago because this was Tempting Turquoise that we had, and that's been out of our like creative color loop for a while, but now we have Tahitian Tide, which is very close to this. So yeah, pretty card. This is another card we did at class. It always just makes me smile when I get a card from one of my friends, and it's one that we did in class because I'm like, oh, they loved it, you know. It's from my friend Jeannie, and this card uses the Artistic Expressions card, and then I don't think this is a picture. This dies. It could be actually the picture. This dies, and then the die cuts for that Artistic Expressions set. This is from another friend of mine, Pat. Multiple friends named Pat, and I believe these dies are from the online exclusives that are in the Stampin' Up's current online exclusives. There's a set of dies that do some beautifully borders, like die cut borders. So I love the simplicity of this card, just the clean white with navy. And she's got this fun little embellishment there. And then did some stamping on the inside. So very pretty. And this card is from my husband. He did not make it, but he did pick it out of the box that I have of cards and stuff, and he liked this one. So it was a birthday card from him. This one is from my friend Twyla. No, this one's Marianne and Twyla. Yeah, two leads. They friends of mine that comes to class, and they've had some just some health concerns and haven't been able to come, but they were also following up with me and wanting to know how Ethan was doing and how my brother was doing and that good stuff in that way. This card's from my friend Cindy, and she has some beautiful stamps with precious moments. And so they just are always so girly and fun and just so pretty. So, so pretty. Cute. And this card is from Cindy. Cindy used the geranium set. Oh gosh, Cindy and I have been friends for such a long time. Our kids went to school together, so we've known each other since our kids were wee little, and now they're in their 20s. So, but beautifully done with the fern. You can see that with the fern embossing folder, and then this is the scallop contour dies, and then of course the geranium stamp set and dies. So nicely done. And then lastly, this is from my friend Kathy, who she did a birthday greeting and printed it out and did some like watercoloring on it in her imagery that she was creating. So I thought that was really lovely too. Okay, I'm gonna set those aside. So thank you all for those birthday wishes in March and then the thinking of you cards. I greatly appreciate them. They certainly make my day. And I will never resist, getting a card, a happy mail card. That's always something good that anybody wants to receive. Okay, let's get started. All right, so as I mentioned, if you see anything in here that you're like, I want to go ahead and get, you can use this online code, the hostess code, when you're shopping online to be honored to get those free card kits that I give away. Now, something new, in case if you're not familiar with shopping online in my online store at stampinyoucrazy.stampinup.net, if there's an item in you here what do I want to say? That you see in the catalog, if you just put the name or something in the name that you heard that you say you jotted down in the search bar, it will pull up everything that pertains to something that has that name, that word in something. And that's a good way to search things in the online store, especially if you've only got like I said, just one word in the name of the stamp set or whatnot. So, all right, let's begin. So, and I'm not gonna, this will probably take much longer. Ladies, I hope you have a nice cup of coffee or tea or, something, just some ice water, maybe some chocolate, because we're going to be, we're going to be sitting with this for a little bit. So you can see some of the beautiful in colors. I believe this is Lost Lagoon in the background. This is the boho blue that you're kind of seeing in this layout. So as you start in the catalog, you're going to come to the table of contents, which kind of breaks things down, lets you know where to find certain things in the catalog. This also points out whether the product is new. It tells you if you've got the little time logo there, that it is a quick project to do. Tells you if things are made to work with a little mini cut and emboss machine. If they are distinctive stamping, which means there's depth and dimension to the stamp itself when you stamp that on your cardstock. If the stamps are reversible, meaning you have an image, say it's a flower and a stem, but you can flip it over and that's the solid fill-in form would be just the reverse of the stamp. There's a $1 million icon, and those stamp sets were designed by demonstrators who have reached $1 million in sales. Oh, excuse me. My goodness, I had it gone and I'm so sorry. And then this will tell you if the stamp set is done in English, Spanish, and French. So just kind of a little information page there too. So then we're just going to keep going. We're going to go to this page on page 6. This talks about our online exclusives. So if you go to stampinup.com/online exclusives. Now, if you're shopping directly on my store, I believe you can search for the online exclusives there. And this will take you to product offerings. For some of you who are familiar with the Irresistible Blooms and that suite of products, that's currently being offered in our online store. This will be updated again. So we have an offering here that came in March, and those items are still there. Some have sold out. These items are tend to be while supplies last. However, Stampin' Up! Does order more of certain things, and when they're back in stock, they will put that item available again. For example, the 3-pack of embossing folders, those have been hugely popular, and they are due to be back in stock um, May 15th, so in a couple weeks. Um, but the next release of additional online products will be in July. And I will try to put something out in an email for that. So those items are not featured in a publications, which means they're not in a catalog. So you can only find them online. And here's kind of a selection of our colors, just at a glance, all the pretty things. So then this talks about our kits collection. So, and this was well, it was our most recent one in April. We had a birthday one that just released yesterday on May 1st. And you can find all of our kits collection online. Instead of featuring them in the catalog, Stampin' Up! Has changed it so that the kits are featured online, and that helps them be able to offer you the most up-to-date availability of what kits are available. And there's a variety of kits, whether you want one where you're just simply creating and putting the cards together, or if you're looking for one that, say, has a stamp set, a block, ink, and you want to do all the things, we have those kits as well, those all-inclusive ones. You can find those online. Next, we have our Paper Pumpkin subscription. This is a monthly creative subscription that comes right to your door. The price is $24.50 a month, and that includes shipping. I think there's tax on top of that. So there was a slight price increase because everything's increasing. I'm sure all of you have experienced that in the grocery store and everywhere else. Everything's more expensive. And you're going to notice that in our products in this new catalog. A variety of things have gone up in price, not immensely, but they have increased, and Stampin' Up! Has tried to hold up on that cost increase as long as they could. So this will tell you details about our Paper Pumpkin prepaids. You can do a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and 12 month. And they're a great little creative adventure that you just have everything you need delivered right to your door. So this first suite of products is the Bright and Beautiful. You've got all these fun, bright new colors in the designer series paper, and a stamp set that features dies and of course the stamp set. It's called Beautiful Balloons. And I look to do a kit with this class with the designer series paper, and we've got a Memories and More card and envelope pack, and then some cards. I'm going to focus a little bit more on that once we get to that. But I love the color of these. I love the colors in this particular suite of products and the design. So I think this is going to be really fun to work with. There's also some specialty paper up here in the right-hand corner, the Gold Celebrations paper, and it's gold on one side, silver on the other. So then we've got a Carousel Horses stamp set and dies. We've got Circle Sayings, which is coming. We have a 2 3/8 circle punch that is now being offered. So you can get those items in a bundle with the stamp set. And of course, this one comes with the dies. So you can get those in a bundle offering. And then we've got our Charming Sentiments. We've used that before in class. That came out last year. Super versatile set, also has dies that go with it. They are no longer bundled together, but the dies are offered in the back. This next stamp set is called Lazy Days. It has a fun kind of like summery feel to it. And then of course there's a set of dies to go along with it. If you look up here, there's an exposed brick embossing folder, which looks really cool. I've got mine on order and waiting for that to anxiously arrive. This one here is Swedish Cherries. This was in our spring catalog, I believe. And so that's returned. And it also is featuring some of our decorative masks that you use with the blending brushes. So you can see you can create these really fun technique backgrounds. Then we've got a stamp set called Seasonal Branches offered with a set of dies. Really pretty, kind of a versatile all year round stamp set. And these items you can use these dies with our mini cut and emboss machine. Speaking of the mini cut and emboss machine, for those of you that were aware of the demonstrator join promotion that happened in January, where we had the boho blue mini cut and emboss machine. That is actually available for purchase right now. Customers can get that. So it's a limited supply. So once they're gone, they're gone. But it's super cute with the color. I mean, just as cute and adorable as the little mini anyway, but it's boho blue. So just FYI on that. Then we've got our Dainty Delight stamp set. This was hugely popular in the spring catalog, and a lot of people are glad to see that's back. So the stamp set, and then there's a set of dies that go along with it in the back. Hope you know, this is a great just hope and encouragement, kind of brighten someone's day sentiments. I've got this one on order, and I'm anxious to kind of create with that. Handmade Hugs. This is another new stamp set. And then we've got Nature's Prince returning and Lighting the Way, that's returning as well. These both have dies to go along with them. Color and Contour, this is returning, and it does have the colored scalloped and contoured dies that go along with it. Sending Smiles, that's a returning stamp set, also has a set of dies to go along with it. Super cute and versatile. Pansy Patch, also a returning stamp set, does have a set of dies to go along with that as well. Super cool. This is for those fun little whimsical kind of cards with the big bold words and fun designs. And then So Refreshing. This is a stamp set. It's a photopolymer one, and it has a set of dies that go along with it too. Next, we've got the Let's Go Shopping suite of products. So this is like little storefront images with like a variety of different things that could be in the store that were for sale, and some sentiments as well. Then it's some cute designer series paper and embellishments. These are the little loose silver sequins. So this set is Let's Go Shopping, and it also has, like I said, the dies. And then this Sweet Citrus. This stamp set was featured in our spring catalog with a set of dies and an embossing folder. It has a hybrid embossing folder with it, which means you can cut and emboss at the same time. And those dies and embossing folder are featured later in the catalog, but this has been a very popular set with the summery kind of those refreshing citrusy images. Good Feelings, this is a returning favorite. This stamp set was very well received, and it has carried over. Look at these bright, fun colors just in this whole page layout. Super pretty. It's got that Tahitian tide color. Then Something Fancy, that's a returning favorite from the spring catalog. Great verses in there, and it also coordinates with a set of dies. And then we've got the Two-Tone Flora. Two-Tone Flora, and it also has a set of dies in the back of the catalog. This was in our spring mini catalog. Let's see. This is just it's talking about, or just kind of sharing that we're going into another another part of the catalog with all occasion kind of stamp sets, and this is just featuring our mini cut and emboss machine and our big cut and emboss machine, and kind of showing you different things you can do as far as embossing, die cutting, that kind of thing. The Sentimental Park is a returning favorite from the spring catalog. It also coordinates with a set of dies in the back of the catalog. Best Family Ever, with a great, all kinds of mom, dad, brother, aunt, uncle, sister, you know, all the things, niece, nephew, cousin, all kinds of sentiments that would be perfect for any type of a family card. Petal Park, this is a returning favorite from the spring catalog. It also has a punch that goes with it that punches out these 3 flowers. Very Best Occasions. This is a carryover stamp set. This was actually in the fall catalog. Like last would have been, let's see, it would have been in the winter of like April through December catalog, and it carried over. It was very popular because you've got some holiday sentiments in there, but then you have also some all occasion kind of greetings. Apple Harvest. This is a lovely line art image that you can color in. It has some natural shading to it in the stamp imagery, and then you can stamp it as is, or you can color it in with some blends or do some watercoloring. Cottage Wreath, another stamp set that's carrying over. We've got some wreath dies in the cottage wreath dies are in the back, so you can get those to coordinate And anytime you see this in the catalog where the images are kind of highlighted in like a cream off-white kind of color, that means there's a die that will die cut those images out. This set is the Season of Chic. Excuse me. Um, this was new in the annual catalog last year. Very well received, hugely popular because it's the versatility of the stamps that you can do spring, winter, summer, fall, all the good things. So that has a set of dies that coordinate with it. Then we've got this wonderful thoughts stamp set and dies. It is very complimentary of the charming sentiments that we saw earlier as far as how it works, meaning you can stamp the greeting and then there's the die to cut out each word so you don't have to do like any fussy cutting in that. There's also some imagery in here, which is, it's probably hard for me to, I'm not going to bring it up to the camera, but you can search it online or you can get your copy of the catalog too and kind of look at it and make your notes too. But there's some other images in here like florals and some hearts and things like that, and some label pieces that then you can use as accents on your projects. Like this is actually the floral image that's in this die set. And then these labels, these layers here that you see cut out, that's actually a die in the set. So I think this one's on its way for me. I'm excited to play with that one too and create. The Regal Reindeer, a returning favorite. This has a set of reindeer dies that go along with it in the back of the catalog. Brightest Glow. This is a returning favorite as well. It has a set of the Labels Aglow dies that are in the back, and they are beautiful. Just kind of have the, we've used them before in classes, but they are they're really beautiful and they're subtle, soft dies, if that makes sense. Like it might cut out a circle, but then it has all these little dots coming out around it. Just gives you the softness of well, there's one right here. And it's probably hard to see on the camera, but it's got a bunch of little dots out of it. It just creates a softness in the background. Perched in a Tree. This set was hugely popular in the winter catalog with this die that you see up here where oh, like there's the aspen tree dies is what that particular set of dies is called, but it coordinates with the Perched in a Tree stamp set. Then we have Ringed in Nature. This is a returning favorite. This is a stamp set and also has a hybrid embossing folder. So you've got the embossing folder is like tree, like I don't know what you call it. It's like, you know, the impression of a tree, like this, the rings, tree rings. Oh my gosh, it's like words are hard. You know what I mean? It's got tree rings all over the embossing folder, and there's a die that will allow you to emboss those and die cut them out so you can use them on the projects, which will give you pieces like this where you see that little tree ring there. This stamp set here, Celebrate Tags. So you've got all these great greetings that you can use on tags, whether you need it for a birthday gift or a celebration of some sorts. There's something in here that will meet those needs for you. This next stamp suite is called the Zoo Crew Suite Collection, and this is some fun, whimsical animal creatures with some cute little verses that go along with it as far as greetings. There's a great ribbon bundle, the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack, which is, I want to say that is Petal Pink and Lemon Lime Twist as far as the colors. And those ribbons look like they would be really easy to tie with and work on your project really well. And then of course we've got the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper. This stamp set comes bundled, the Zany Zoo, it comes bundled with the set of dies that go along with it too. And of course, anytime you purchase things in a bundle, it's going to give you a 10% savings. The Bird's Eye View is just some great line art images that then you can stamp alone or color in watercolors like they've done here, stamped alone on this project. The Hey Chuck. So many of you are probably familiar with the Hey Chuck stamp sets we've had. This is the Hey Chuck stamp set and dies. So you've got these great dies that cut out the different chickens in there. And then some extra little dies to kind of give you accent pieces, as you see here, like with the fence and the sun rays and things like that. A little weather vane. The Easter Bunny stamp set has returned and the punch is available as well. I know there were so many people that were so excited about this particular stamp set punch, so excited that the punch sold out very early in the spring catalog, and it just has returned. So this Easter Bunny stamp set and punch has been very, very popular. The Happy Labels, this is a fun greeting set that was in the spring catalog. It's returned. And there's also a Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch that coordinates with it. I think if you attend my local classes, we have used that in class before. The Silly Goose stamp set is some fun, whimsical line art images with little geese doing all kinds of whimsical things. So, and you can stamp those alone or color them in. Taco Fiesta. This is a fun one that a lot of people like this one from the stamp set or the spring catalog, which is these fun little kind of taco fiesta images, all kinds of things. This is great for coloring in, as you can see, and they've done in the examples. Then the cute little monkeys stamp set. So there's some great line art images in here and some greetings. And then you've got this adorable little punch that'll punch these little monkeys out, and you can make some super cute cards. I've seen some people take the cheerful basket one, the one where both Pat and Cheryl used that on the cards that they sent me, and then put a bunch of monkeys on there and had like a basket full of monkeys. It was super cute. The Biggest Wish, that's a returning favorite. The stamp set is great. I've loved the big bold words in here, but then you've got the nice cursive like font as well, and you can use them interchangeably, or you can use them together or by themselves, either or. Hello Kiwi. This is the kind of a whimsical stamp set featuring kiwi and raspberries. So they've done some cute little cards here showing that imagery. And then Share a Milkshake. This was in the spring catalog, very, very popular with this stamp set. It also has a set of dies that go along with it, and they've been very, very popular. So I would encourage you to check that out too, especially as summer months are approaching. I know myself, I just bought some ice cream today at the store. So, I mean, our weather isn't cooperating to want to eat ice cream, but I'm thinking by the weekend, I'm going to want to eat some ice cream. So this next stamp set on page 55 is Phrases for All. So just some great bold font greetings there, and then some nice little sentiments to kind of piggyback and add along with them. This one is called Friendship Royalty. Just kind of a fun, whimsical, girly stamp set. We had years ago, I think it was called Pretty Princess. It was very complimentary of this particular stamp set, I think, as far as the font too, and then the crown and pieces like that. So that's a kind of a whimsical little stamp set. Little Dreamers, of course, you've got these great little characters, very complimentary to like a baby or a child's card. Those would work very well. And there's a stamp set of, there's a die set to go along with the Little Dreamers stamp set that you can get together bundled for 15 or 10% savings. Oh my gosh, if I could talk today. This next one on page 58 is called Hello Ladybug. That's a returning favorite that was in our annual catalog. I just used this at a stamp class. I love this little set. Super cute. The punch is great to punch out the little ladybug. Just a cute, a really cute stamp set. So I like that one. Happy Hedgehog. Cute little imagery that can be stamped in and of itself, or you can stamp it and color those little hedgehogs in, or the birds and the little tree there. Sweet Songbirds. This is a solid like imagery as far as it will stamp the birds in solid instead of like stamping in a line art and coloring it in. And then we've got a songbird, a sweet songbird punch to punch that bird out. And it punches out the little wing too. I think it punches out the beak as well. Yeah. Here's the Playing in the Rain stamp set. This was the one Peggy's card that she had sent me featured this one. And we have this in the whimsical imagery here as far as the stamp set, and then there's also a set of dies that go along with it. The everyday thanks, just some simple line art images with some thank you, gratitude, greetings. And then here's one by my side with some cute little people, and then some sweet little greetings to go along with that. This is the the Countryside Inn Suite collection. Love this. I love the coloring in it. It's got balmy blue, misty moonlight, boho blue, and night of navy. And in this, we have the Cottage and Designer series paper. We have the Countryside embossing folder, which this embossing folder that's featured here actually lays over, I think it's this piece of designer series paper. You can insert it and it fits in with the design imagery on the paper, and you can then emboss it. So very cool. I actually just got this, so I'm anxious to play with that. And then the stamp set is actually, this stamp is one big fling stamp set. But in the stamp set, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 borders. So although you're stamping it all together, you've got the dies here, and let me see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 dies. So these lay over, and if you can kind of see it on the screen there, but each of these oh my gosh, words are so hard today, I swear. I'm like, I can't think of the name of the shape that I'm trying to say this is, but the shape. Um, there's different coloring here to shows you that you'll take a couple of these dies and you can die cut it out to get the different layers of the stamp. I'm probably totally confusing you with what I'm saying here. Hopefully not. We'll use it in a class and you can get a closer look at it. But I feel like this is going to be really popular, very fun to work with. I'm excited about this. I may do a product-based class on this particular group of products after I get mine and can actually create with them. We're on page 64. This is Lasting Joy. Some great little floral images and greenery pieces, and then some beautiful greetings with the font. I love when they mix the cursive and then just the standard font on the greetings. I enjoy that myself. Then we've got textured floral, and that is in the stamp set. And then there is a bundle or some dies to go along with that you can bundle together for savings. Very pretty. If you were a fan of like the True Beauty stamp set, which I was, and then they got rid of it. I'm so sad because the dies were beautiful too. But this stamp set would be complimentary to that if you weren't able to get the True Beauty stamp set before it was retired. Quiet Meadow, this is a returning favorite. Beautiful imagery in this stamp set. There's in the set of dies, there's a variety of different stems that you can die cut out, which you can see some of them here. But there's also a couple label pieces in that die set too, and that's featured in the back of the catalog. And then Timeless Arrangements. And then there's the Timeless Arrangements dies. So you've got a large variety of words here, but then some greenery stem pieces. And what I love about the dies is that you've got 3 large label pieces for different greetings, but then all the ones that have like, these single line greetings here, the dies that come with it, they have and I feel like, let me take this up to the, so do you see on the bottom there? So you've got the line, there's a line where you put the greeting, but then there's like some greenery stem pieces that are attached to it. I'm excited to work with that because I think that's going to be fun to add extra elements of texture to your projects when you're using it as your greeting piece. You can kind of see it. Well, what they've done here is die cut those out, and then instead of you, if you don't stamp a greeting on it, instead you want these little sprigs to kind of randomly appear, then what they've given you is like a piece that you can put your glue on and stack those upon each other, which is kind of what they did right here. So you get that layering as though you've tucked all those little pieces back around it, but it's really these strips of cardstock layered on top of one another, and the way the greetings are, not greetings, the way the little dies are spaced, it'll look like you've you've created a flourish of all these different dies. Hopefully that's making sense. It's just an easier way to layer it if you're not using it as a greeting stamped label piece. This next one is Darling Details, and it has a beautiful die set with it that does these beautifully scalloped, wonderfully creative like edges, and they kind of create a frame. And there's two different sizes, and then you've got this one with it creates like the lacy scallop edge. And then of course you've got greeting or die cuts that die cut all these pieces here that are highlighted a little bit darker than the white background. I think that one's going to be a neat one to work with. I tend to gravitate towards the flowers and butterflies and all the things like that. So this little stamp set is just my type, just a simple stamped image, and then, you know, create your, what do I want to say? I'm totally drawing like a blank here. You don't have to color it in. That's what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't have to color it in. You just stamp and go, stamp and go kind of thing. And then there's an elegant edge tag topper punch, which is featured in this particular these projects here, which gives a beautifully like detailed edge if you were wanting to create like a layer behind that tag. So I was just looking at this and like I'm catching this, and I know it's a typewriter, like, you know, I'm getting that, but I'm thinking like if you didn't see that and you weren't seeing the keys and stuff like that, I'm thinking you could use that as like a basket. Use that as a basket and put these flowers behind it or the greenery to make it look like a basket. I'm seeing something different there, so I have to kind of play with that one. This one is called the Earth and Elegance Suite collection. Beautiful. I'm very excited about this one to play with this, to create with this. It's featuring all the new in colors. In addition to, well, I shouldn't say all. No, no, I need to rewind that. It's not featuring all the new in colors. It's featuring 3 of them. The rest of these are colors that are in the color refresh. But I love the color template and palette that we've got here with all the things. So the paper is called Earth and Elegance Designer Series paper. Then we've got a natural wavy trim here. And then the Earth and Textures stamp set, as well as the Earth and Textures dies. So I'm excited about this one. I might do a product-based class on this one. I'd love to have your feedback on that, what your thoughts are. Courage and Faith, new stamp set. This coordinates with our complements our circle punch, the new 2 3/8 circle punch. Has some great faith-based greetings or sentiments on here. I really love this. I think this is going to be a great set. The Hope and Prayer, this is a returning favorite. I enjoy that stamp set as well. Places in the Heart, and this is a returning stamp set with just some beautiful imagery about you know, little people in our hearts that kind of tug at our hearts, and children and all that good stuff. So this is featuring up here on the top of page 73. I just noticed that they have the Elegant Borders dies on here, which is kind of interesting because I didn't think any of those were published in a publication, but that is an online exclusive. So I'm kind of intrigued that they published that, put that in the catalog. So the Elegant Borders dies, which is the one on the card that Pat had made me that I had showed you with the navy and the white. That's where that die came out of. Time Together. This stamp set has some dies that kind of go along with it that is complementary of the imagery in the stamp set. Country Bouquet. This was in our spring catalog, very, very popular. And there is a punch that goes with that you can find in the catalog. It's not bundled together, but there is a punch, the Country Bouquet punch, that will complement and cut these these 2 hearts out and the 2 little petals. Everlasting Beauty. This is a new stamp set with some beautiful florals. And then Here's to Love, which is obviously very much a wedding type set with the bride and groom, and then some lovely sentiments with beautiful font. Kindest Expression. I love this I love the greetings in this one. I mean, we all need sympathy sentiments, but that particularly the sending sunshine and rainbows. I love that. You all know that I normally say like paper sunshine. I'm all about paper sunshine. So I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go fishing. So here's a stamp set for all you ladies and gentlemen, all the things that if you've got fishermen in your life or fishing women, you know, anyone who loves to fish, this is a stamp set for you. Which I'll have to point Kelly, if you're watching this video, you're gonna want this stamp set. You were just asking me about if I had any fishing stamp sets, and I really didn't. What I had, I just had By the Dock, which is retired. But she was just asking me about fishing stamp sets, and this would be a cute one. It's got a designer series paper, Let's Go Fishing, and then we've got a twisted rope embossing folder, which gives you that very like nautical kind of theme to the texture of that. Then, of course, you've got the Gone Fishing stamp set, and then a great set of dies to go along with it. And it would appear like you've got all these pieces that cut out different images in the stamp set, but this die in particular looks like it creates a tackle box, which is what they've done here. So that's really cute. Supremely awesome. I mean, it's a pizza stamp set. It's got a pizza feel. So I guess they were kind of giving you that Italian flair on a stamp set, which they gave you the taco with the Mexican flair on it. I don't know, but there you go. It's cute. And then we've got It's a Science. So all those of you that have little scientists in your life, this would be a super cute stamp set for you to create some cards for them. Construction Zone. Cute stamp set for like little boys. I think I still have a stamp set that I used when Ethan was little to make little construction cards for his birthday and stuff like that. He always used to love the trucks. Still does. What am I saying? He still loves trucks. Next Destination. This is just a traveling kind of set. Super cute. Sweet and Precious with some beautiful little animals and their babies and some nice little greeting sentiments there. And we've got the He's All That with some masculine images and greetings here. That's a returning favorite. The Oceanfront stamp set. This is the distinctive stamp set. This is one of my favorites. I love the imagery in this stamp set. You can just do such pretty things that look, you can create what do I say? You can create an image, create a scene that looks like you've done some intense watercoloring, and the stamps have actually done all the work for you. The Grassy Grove stamp set. This is a great nature type stamp set with dies. There's a set of dies, the Grassy Grove or the Grove dies that go along with this, and you've got one of the dies is like a beautiful wood scene. So that's really nice. The Wild and Sweet. This is a stamp set, a nature stamp set that is a returning favorite. There is the Stargazing Suite collection. So for all you astronaut space type, you know, you love that vibe, here's a stamp set for you. And you've got this beautiful paper. I love that on the sides where they have like the planets and stuff like that. On the flip side, they have this just very like sky spacey kind of feel to it with the stars, and just I think that will make a great background for a lot of cards. And then we've got the Polygraph Trio specialty paper, so you've got that metallic-y kind of feel with all the different colors. And this Reach for the Stars stamp set also has a set of dies that go along with it. Legendary Ride for all you motorcycle lovers. You've got some images there. You've got some great greetings to make cards for those people in your life that ride motorcycles. On the Ocean, this is the returning favorite from the spring catalog with a very nautical, like piratey type feel. And Beside Me, this is a great little stamp set with like fathers and their children, fathers and sons, fathers and daughters, and some great masculine greetings, I would say. Fun on Wheels, got a cute stamp set with the bicycles, scooters, skateboard, all the things, maybe like a little road map there. And you've got some great dies that will die cut out the Fun on Wheels stamp set. Then we've got the Crafting with You bundle. So this is a stamp set that kind of features all things crafty, whether it's sewing, whether it's painting, whether it's knitting with the yarn and things, whether it's paper crafting and painting, whatever your creative escape might be, this stamp set kind of just speaks to you, and the Crafting with You stamp set. And then you've got a bunch of dies here. And the dies actually will die cut the cut and emboss machine. There's a die in here that will create a little mini paper cutter, which I think they have right here on this particular example. They'll die cut a pair of scissors, some thimbles, or not thimbles, some thread, some little buttons, just all things crafty. So that's the Crafting with You stamp set and bundle. Enjoy the rhythm. For all those musically inclined people, there you go. You've got some imagery there and some great greetings to go along with that stamp set. And the Brood for You with a variety of different beverages and greetings to complement that. And then all of you video game lovers. That's not really my world, but I'm aware that people do that. People have children that, love video games. Mine, not so much. But it's called Level Complete. So this stamp set is called Inked Botanicals Sweet Collection. Love this. Love the colors, the designer series paper, the punches that go along with it. This suite of products, it has, so the designer series paper is called Inked Botanicals. And then you've got the Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon. This stamp set comes along with 2 punches in the bundle. You've got the inked and tiled punch pack. So you get these 2 designs. And that's bundled together with both punches in the stamp set for a 10% savings. This one I was also looking at maybe doing a product-based class on. So I'll work on that once I actually get mine and the shipping. In the moment, returning favorite stamp set with beautiful line art. It can be stamped by itself or colored in with some great sentiments. Layering leaves, again, beautiful sentiments with the font and some greenery pieces. The Go-To Greetings, that's a returning favorite. It was in last year's annual catalog, and the various different fonts in this particular stamp set have been very well received. So that's kind of a go-to, exactly what it says, Go-To Greetings. Bottled Happiness, this stamp set was, I think it was in like last spring's catalog, and it was very popular. It's got a great little punch that goes along with it to punch out this vintage bottle. And then you've got some 2-step Stampin' to create the imagery in this stamp set, as well as some greetings. And then here on page 99, we're on Bold Bouquet. And I know this is a lot to go through. This is a lot to look at, this big catalog. So you've got some great solid floral images with greenery pieces and some lovely verses that go along with it, as well as the set of dies. And that is called Bold Bouquet. The Wildlife Wonder stamp set. This is a distinctive stamp set. So when you stamp the imagery of these animals, you're going to get that depth and texture in the stamp. Scenic Wonders, same kind of thing. You're going to get those outdoor sceneries that have different depth and dimension in the stamp itself. So when you create it, when you stamp it, you're going to get that depth on the image that you stamp. Seaside Bay. This is the favorite that was in the spring catalog, and it has returned with a set of dies as well. So it's a great beach set. Masterfully Made. The Masterfully Made Suite Collection. So in this collection, it features the gorgeously made stamp set. I love the imagery in here. I love this stamp and this stamp a lot because it's like 2 textured stamps, and I enjoy doing that in my stamping, adding those stamps to the background to create texture on your project. And then the gorgeously made dies, and you've got some dies in here. So there's a die that makes it look like you've ripped out notebook paper. There's a die right here at the lower part that that you die cut and makes you look like you've torn your paper, because honestly you think, well, tearing paper, it's really not that difficult. You know what, a lot of ladies struggle with that. They don't like the way it tears and they're frustrated, but this die takes all the work out for you. You just die cut it and it looks like you tore it out of the notebook. And then there's a die in here that also looks like you tore your greeting piece out of, gives you that kind of tattered edge. It kind of reminds me of like a washi tape, you know, where you just get that torn edge on your greeting piece. And then these two greenery dies. So I think this is going to be a fun one to work with. You've got the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper, and then the adhesive back trio sequence. So you've got the 3 different colors in the sequence pack with adhesive. Vertical blooms. This is a great way to do your greeting, something different. You know, oftentimes we're stamping our greetings so they're reading horizontal. This is a vertically stamped greeting, and then some imagery to go along with that. Days to Remember is a great calendar set. Coffee with Friends. So just some different imagery there with some girlfriends and your little greetings to kind of complement like drinking coffee, that type of thing. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I like tea, so you know, I think the sentiment there would be taken the same, regardless if you're drinking coffee or tea. Marvelous Nature. This is some great nature images with the birds and then a fern and a couple different sentiments there. Botanical Layers, same thing, some greenery pieces and some different sentiments. Your Path Awaits. So this is a stamp set that is similar to like that oceanfront stamp set where you're taking different pieces and creating the imagery to create the scene. So these pieces were all used together to create the imagery in this particular stamp set, kind of giving you like you're going down a cobblestone path and there's, you know, mountains in the distance and all the things. Love for You. This is a returning favorite. This was in the spring catalog and has a great die set that goes along with it. The Love for You dies. And the sea turtle, this also was featured in the spring catalog, and it is a reversible stamp set, meaning you can stamp the turtle to get that imagery there and flip it over and get a solid imagery to give yourself 2 tones on the turtle. So you can see that here. They've stamped it both ways there on that particular image. Again, this one is the same type of thing. It's a reversible stamped set, and it's called Enchanted Butterfly. And they've done that here where you can see that the butterflies are stamped and then there's a lighter color behind. What they've done is then flip the stamp over to get that solid base. This one is called Fresh as a Daisy. I'm very excited about this one. If those of you that have been stamping with me for quite some time might remember Decorative Daisy. This stamp set really reminded me of that stamp set. Only when we had Decorative Daisy, we didn't have a set of dies to go along with it. And this one, we do. I don't want to confuse you, so I should stop saying the name of the old set because you can't really get that anymore. But this is called Cheerful Daisies. So it's a Cheerful Daisy stamp set. And then the Cheerful Daisy bundle dies coordinate with the different pieces in this stamp set. And then you've got the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. And then the adhesive back solid gems that coordinate with the color palette in this particular suite of products. This is something that I have on its way to me, and I'm excited to create with that and see what I can come up with. Maybe we'll do a product-based class on this suite of products as well. Beauty of the Deep. This is a nautical stamp set with some just real life kind of imagery that you would find in nautical type theme. And then you've got some Beauty of the Deep dies that go along with that. The Waves of Inspiration. I love this wave. It's so like authentic in its coloring and the texture and stuff like that. It makes just beautiful cards when you stamp it, as you can see here. And then of course we've got a die set that goes along with it that you can give extra texture to the stamped wave. Also die cuts out the little pelican on the pulls there, and then a couple labels with that die set. And I'll point out here, but we'll get to it a little bit in just a little bit with the accessories, but there is a Take Your Pick Tool Crafter's Tips. which go along with the take your pick tool, and it has an X-Acto knife, a rotary cutter, and then this little thing that it honestly looks like some type of dentist tool to me. That's what I think of when I look at it, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. Artistically inked, that's a returning favorite. Love the imagery in this stamp set. Prized plant, this is a two-step stamping set where you can stamp that image, put this inside to give your leaves and that a two-tone multicolor look like they've done here. Softly sketched, this is a stamp set that you can stamp in and of itself with just the ink, or you can stamp it and color it in to add more color, but it's beautifully textured, also has that distinctive quality to it. So when you stamp it, you've got those light and dark shades within the stamped image. Around the Bend, this stamp set was in the spring catalog and is a returning favorite. There's a set of dies that go along with it. This one I just recently got, and I'm excited to kind of create with that one. The dies in particular are really neat, and that you get a lot of different edging and things that you can put on your card making. So I'm excited to play with that one. Alphabet. This is a great alphabet set with a little label punch that punches these little guys out. So you can see it, well, they didn't use it on any of these, but it fits perfectly for the size of the letters if you're wanting to do punch out, like if somebody's name or you wanted to spell like friend or something. This stamp set here is called Stamp with Love. This is one of our Angel Policy stamps. So it has the Stampin' Up! Copyright on here. So if you are a person that you stamp and make a bunch of cards and then you sell them like in a boutique or something like that, you want to make sure to stamp this on the back of your cards, just giving credit to those images that they are Stampin' Up. So that's only if you're making cards and selling them. Stampin' Up! Requires that you do that. And then now we're on page 118, and this is where our large background stamps are. So we've got a plaid of some raspberries in the stars, like a nighttime scene, the rays of light, spiral die, timeless tiles, watercolor world, snow crystal, and perfectly detailed background stamp. So a large variety of different stamps that you can use in many ways by stamping the entire card panel for your project, or just taking them and using pieces of them on a project. Like kind of like they did here. They took the tiled one and then cut strips of them to give you a different look to your card, where on the raspberry one, they've stamped it entirely and made that your background. But also stamped it on black and white and then colored it in and fussy cut some pieces to kind of add that complementary imagery to the stamped card. Okay, I feel like that's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. Okay, bling it on. We are heading into the accessories and the inks and the cardstock and all the things. So here you will see all of our colors at a glance. You will see our new in colors, the copper clay, the wild wheat, boho blue, moody mauve, and petaled path. Very like subdued regal kind of colors in this in color selection. Then there's our returning colors from last year. And then we've got our Brights collection. So you'll notice that some of the colors have kind of moved around, because like pumpkin pie used to be in our Regals and it's back in the Brights. We've got a returning favorite of Lemon Lime Twist that's back in our color mix. We've got a new color of Azure Afternoon, and then a returning favorite of Berry Burst. Then we'll go over to our neutrals. So we've got some colors that have left our neutrals line, which was like Soft Suede, Sahara Sand, and Mary Merlot. They are no longer available, but in the neutrals collection now we have Misty Moonlight, so that's a returning favorite. Blackberry Bliss has actually moved into the neutrals line, and then Pecan Pie, which actually sounds really delightful right now as a treat. So those are in our neutral line. And then we've got our Regals, and we've got Pretty Peacock that has, oh yeah, okay, sorry, I was I got ahead of myself. Pretty Peacock has been added to that line and it's a returning favorite. And then Blueberry Bushel, also a returning favorite. You'll notice that Gorgeous Grape has been pulled over to the Regals that used to be in our bolds. And then we've got the Subtles collection. Lemon Lolly is a new color, beautiful yellow. Really excited about that one. Returning favorite, Lost Lagoon. I know a lot of you are very excited about that one, as was I. Fresh Freesia, that's a favorite that was in our retiring in colors that recently retired, but they pulled it and put it in the main color grouping. And then Bubble Bath, and this is a super beautiful pink too, like just a really true girly kind of pink. So I'm excited about that one too. For those of you who may not have noticed, like our Stampin' Right markers, they come in our color families, and we did not have a black one that we offered, but Stampin' Up! Has brought that back in a single black marker that you can purchase. And this is just our storage collection, which they've featured before in our catalog. So you've got that there. This will feature all of the assorted color groupings, whether you are wanting to get them in the cardstock 8.5 by 11, 12 by 12, the ink pad bundles, which give you a savings of 10%, the classic ink refills, which give you a savings there if you purchase them in a bundle for the color groupings, and then the markers as well. So you can purchase the markers in sets of 10 in the different color groupings. We no longer have that the case of markers where everything is stored together. They just come in individual packages. And if you have a lot of our colors already, but you want to add the new colors, you can purchase new color selection of sorted pack of paper here. You can also purchase it in the 12 by 12. You can get the new 11 pads of the returning colors and the new colors. You can get them in a pad bundle, ink pad bundle, and get it at 10% savings. You can also purchase all 11 markers and the new colors as well. And that's quite handy. The markers have been redesigned so the barrel is slightly longer. Instead of the point like pen type tip, there's like a bold bullet type tip. So it's a better coloring option, I think. I think if you are a fan of our markers, you will love the bullet type end on there instead of that pen end that we used to have. Our watercolor pencils are offering a new selection and an assortment one, so just a slightly different color selection. Here's some of our container options, from little boxes to the bags, our cello bags. This is where you'll find our window sheets, watercolor paper, and vellum cardstock on page 126. On page 127 is where you'll find all of our specialty papers. So there's a variety of different things here. You can look at the key here to kind of tell you what's what in the visual of the paper there. And then starting on page 128, you're going to find our designer series paper, which we have touched on a lot of these earlier. If you would have interest in doing a designer paper share, reach out to me and let me know. If there's enough interest, then I will put a paper share together. And that's where you get typically 4 people are in a paper share, and the paper is split evenly so that you get a nice selection of all the papers that we have to offer as far as the designer series paper. Here's a couple more of our specialty, whether it's metallic or vellum pattern paper. And then this is still continuing with our accessories, featuring on page 135 our envelopes, the variety of different sizes of envelopes that we carry, our scrapbooking pockets and album. Now this is the Bright and Beautiful Memories and More card pack that I was telling you about, along with the note cards and envelopes. And when I say note cards, it's a 4x6 card. So it's a decent size card, a little bigger than what we normally make at class. But these two products combined with that Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper, I think would make for a really fun, bright class that we could just make a lot of cards, and I think they would just be beautifully done. So I've got both of these coming on order along with the Designer Series paper, and I'm hoping to put kind of a kit class together that we can do that will feature these products. This is just featuring all of our accessories, meaning our just different tools, from our embossing paste to our embossing powders to our masks to our Stampin' Blends, which the Stampin' Blends are also featured with the colors. And then this is where you'll find our specialty pads from our jet black stays on ink to our saddle brown. Many people don't realize that we have a saddle brown stays on pad in here. You know, sometimes you don't want that like very, very bold black imagery when you're stamping that the stays on produces. So the saddle brown is a really nice alternative. So I encourage you, if you don't have that one, to check it out. A lot of people overlook that. And you'll find the Versamark here and our daubers and our spritzers and the Wink of Stella and our water painters, all the things. And then this on page 138, you're going to find all of our adhesives from our dimensionals to our Stampin' Seal, the Tombow, the tear and tape, your silicone mat if you like to use that when you're putting adhesive on so you can protect your work surface. Great little product. Then on page 139, this starts all of our embellishments. We've got a lot to choose from, all different kinds of things. And then 143, we've got our ribbon selection. A great selection of that on the page and then the back side. And then page 145 continues with some of our tools featuring like our Simply Scored tool, our paper cutter, our take your pick tool, which what I was sharing with you earlier, there's a new crafter's tips, and it is an interchangeable tips that you can use with your take your pick tool. And it is a hobby blade, a pick tip is what that's calling, what I thought was like looking like a dental tool, a pick tip, a rotary perforating tip. And they all have protective caps for you to put over top of them. So just a great little addition to your take your pick tool, which I use all the time. Then on page 147, we're starting with our punches that are bundled with other products. So we talked a little bit about these earlier in the catalog when I was pointing out the stamp set, but these are a closer look at the punches, and you can see that they're offered at a 10% savings with a particular stamp set. And then we'll flip that page and you can see all of our other punches at a glance. Next, we've got our clear block storage and all of our clear block sizes, which you can see here. Our Stampin' Matte paper, our chamois, our Stampin' Scrub, the piercing mat that I often use when I'm stamping with photopolymer stamps because it gives you a nice little cushion. And then our standard stamp cases, a lot of times I have a lot of ladies who use these for order them to put their supplies and things in. They're great little storage containers. Then on 153, that's starting with our cut and emboss machine. So you can see our little mini machine for $66 and our big cut and emboss machine for $128. And those prices, it comes with everything that you need. And when I say everything, it means you get a set of cutting plates, you get the multi-purpose platform, you get the 3D embossing plate. You've got everything you need to go ahead and do everything you want to do related to die cutting and embossing. So great, great value. And then on page 155, it starts our bundles. These are stamp sets that I talked about earlier in the catalog and just pointed out that they have dies that go along with them. So that's where you can find all these at a glance. Okay. Now we're getting into our single dies. So I think before I end this video, because I'm kind of getting close to the end, and I said I would talk about a giveaway before I got to the end. So I want to know what your favorite product was from this catalog walkthrough. I want to know what you're excited about, what you want to create with, maybe what's on your wish list. So if you will comment in the comments on YouTube, and in order to do that, all you have to do is sign into your Google account or your Gmail account, and that allows you to comment on the video and tell me what your favorite product is. You can email me, but I would really like for you to comment on the video. And feel free to like and share this video with other stampers, because I'm always trying to grow my business. So I appreciate your referral on that. But if you do that, if you send me a comment, make a comment on the video, letting me know what your favorite item is. I've got some cards that I have just recently made in a class, and I'm going to do a card giveaway. So then I will choose some winners, and I will connect with you and have you send me your address so I can send you a card. I mean, it'll be a card. I won't write in it. I'm going to do it so that you can actually use the card. So it's a gift of a card for you to send and brighten somebody's day. So okay, so we are now at the page where there is a variety of different die sets. A lot of these do coordinate with stamp sets in the catalog, which I've kind of touched on as we were going through the catalog tour. It will also tell you if it coordinates with the stamp set, like this artistic set of dies. It's telling you it coordinates with the artistically inked stamp set, and it's on page 114. So you can look here at the bottom and it'll tell you that information. But this is just our single set dies. Some coordinate with stamp sets, some just are in and of themselves. And you'll find all that information here. And then on page 168, these are all of our embossing folders. Great selection of those. And then we're wrapping up the catalog with our hostess section, which these are the Quiet and Calm and the Night of Flight stamp set. These are both two hostess stamp sets that you can only get if you're hosting a party, whether you're hosting a party with friends or you're putting in an order that's at least $150, you can earn hostess benefits. You don't have to use those benefits toward these particular stamp sets. You can use them on anything you'd like in the catalog. Our hostess plan, at 150, you get 10% in free product. At 300, you get a 12% back in free product. At 450, you get 14% in free product rewards, Stampin' rewards, plus you get a half price item. And then at 600 or more, you can get 16% back in Stampin' rewards and a half price item as well. So great hostess plan. I'm currently filling up my clubs for this next year. So if you have interest and you've got a large wish list after watching this video, and you want to find out some more information about clubs, please message me at stampmecrazy@sbcglobal.net, and I'd be happy to talk with you more about that. This is just the index on page 173, kind of gives you like some little titles here and where you can find certain things in the catalog. And then we have a stamp set index in the back on page 174 and 175, where you can search a name of a stamp set. It will tell you the price, the item number, what page it's on. And that is it. Phew. Okay. That was a lot, wasn't it? All kinds of creative goodness. So if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you work with and you're looking for a copy of a catalog, please message me, let me know. I would love to earn your business. If you do have a demonstrator that you're working with, ideally you want to reach out to them and get a copy of a catalog since you're giving them your business. I certainly would not want to overstep there. So, but and any ladies that are current customers of mine, if you haven't gotten your catalog yet, just message me, let me know you'd like to stop by and get a catalog. I always have them in my little house that you can stop by and pick them up, my little drop-off pickup house. And I think that's it. I don't know about you, but I've done a lot of talking. I hope you ladies have kind of stuck with me through this. This was a lot to kind of go over, but it's pretty exciting stuff. I'm excited to have shared it with you, and I thank you for stopping by and allowing me to do that today. So until next time, happy stamping.